Craig Levein breaks the silence on his sacking as St Johnstone manager, but it's just a shame he couldn't break the 4-game losing streak in the Premiership, or he might still be in a job. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and Craig Levein has spoke out about his sacking from St Johnstone. He doesn't really believe that he deserved to be sacked, and you know what, man, I've actually got to agree with Craig Levein here. I do think it was harsh. I mean, I don't think the results were bad enough or the performances were bad enough to get him sacked. And I can honestly say that there's definitely at least one manager in the Scottish Premiership that should have been sacked before Craig Levein.
I wonder what his name is. Stephen Naismith. That is his name. That's who should have been gone. He's not gone. You know what, though? I think it's just sad that St Johnstone are more of a forward-thinking club than Hearts, because they've realised, Levein, it's not been an awful start to the season, but we know where this sad song's going. It's going down shitey chorus lane. And I mean, Stephen Naismith, man, what's even going on there?
I don't know what's going on with Stephen Naismith, but let's talk about Levein, let's talk about St Johnstone. So, speaking on BBC Sports Sound, Levein said, quote, "I do think that the performances have been good. Results haven't been as good as performances. We've had some difficulties. 5 sending offs, which doesn't help, and a few injuries. From that point of view, I felt the team was still competing in every match we played, even in the last match. I still felt at any point in the game we could score and get back level. But listen, it's Adam's club. He's come in and calling the shots. He's decided it's time for me to go. It was a surprise, but listen, I've been here in this movie before, and no doubt if I get back in, I will be in it again." End of quote. So, Craig Levein admitting it's not the first time he's been sacked, and if he does get back into management, he'll no doubt be getting sacked again. Positive thinking from Mr. 460. What else would you expect?
Yeah, Craig Levein, living by the sword, dying by the sword. I think he's done, man. I never rated the guy, but let's be honest, man, his best spell in management was like 15 years ago.
Probably Hearts and Dundee United. I think that's when he peaked.
Yeah, like the guy's...
Well, the way I see it, his performance as Hearts manager earned him the Leicester job. He didn't get sacked. Same with Dundee United. His performance as Dundee United manager earned him the Scotland job. I believe those are the only two periods where he didn't get sacked.
Yeah, and I think
both those periods actually earned him more appealing and better jobs. So.
And I think that's a key thing when you look at managers. It's like, right, what happened in their last job? How did they move on to their next job? And it's like, you look at the more successful managers in Scotland, like Rodgers, right? He left Celtic to go to Leicester. Gerrard, he left Rangers to go to Villa. You know, Ange left Celtic to go to Spurs.
The good ones tend to perform well, get noticed by bigger jobs, and then take those jobs. Yeah. The bad ones tend to get fired and end up having to go and find work elsewhere.
Yeah, that tends to be the trend, but he's broken the silence, he's broken the silence. I mean, what else was he going to turn around and say?
Well, I mean, we don't really know. He was then asked about the relationship with the owner, whether there was issues between the pair. Craig Levein says, quote, "I actually got on all right with him. I think the priorities for me were trying to improve the squad and get results. I think Adam was looking at the bigger picture, but listen, I got on okay with him and there was no issue on that front. I have been in this game long enough to understand how it works. If you don't get the results, the chances are you will lose your job, and that is exactly what has happened. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is I felt we had quite a good squad this season, certainly in the front lines, and a lot of options and good goal scorers. I was looking forward to working with them, and unfortunately, that is not going to happen now." End of quote. It's funny hearing Craig Levein talk about guys on the front line and great goal scorers when he is famously known for not playing anybody up front, but I suppose we shouldn't hold that against him his entire career, even though I think pretty much everybody will and has.
Yeah, Czech Republic 460, that will be on his gravestone.
It will be. Levein talks about Adam looking at the bigger picture here. I guess St Johnstone want to do more than just survive in the Scottish Premiership. I guess they have ambitions of moving up the league table, trying to consolidate their place, possibly break into top 6. And you know what? I think that's what all the clubs should be looking to do. I think if you have the mindset of simply just wanting to survive and just being there, then sooner or later you're not going to be there. You're going to fall. If your mindset and aim is to just do enough to stay in the league, sooner or later you're going to fall short of that and you're not going to do enough, aka Livingston. So I do think it's good here that the St Johnstone chairman is looking at the bigger picture. Maybe something Craig Levein wasn't looking at, and he seems to have bigger ambition for the club, which I think you need.
Yeah, I think you need to shout out to Adam West, obviously suffering from cancer. Hopefully he gets better soon. But, I mean, I think Levein had to go. I mean, we've been saying it. I mean, you may as well get rid of him when you can get rid of him and not when you're adrift at the bottom of the league.
Well, St Johnstone picked up a decent draw this weekend, but in all honesty, it should have been a win.
I wouldn't say it's a decent draw because you know what? They were 3-1 up with like 10 minutes to go. Less than 10 minutes.
On paper, it's a decent draw.
Yeah,
but they should have won.
On paper, on the day, shite jobby, they should have won.
Coming into this weekend, I think St John's would have took a draw.
Yeah, but when you're 3-1 up, you've got to win.
Well, that's not the point. I'm saying they threw it away, but it was a decent draw.
Nah, it wasn't a decent draw.
Alright, then it was a shite draw.
I think it's a shite draw.
Right.
You're 3-1 up with about 6 minutes to go and you draw 3 each. Yeah, going into the weekend, decent.
Don Cowie must be buzzing then, coming into this weekend. He'd have snatched your fingers after a draw then.
Don
By
Cowie?
your logic, aye.
No, of course they wouldn't have. But here, 6 minutes to go, fucking I'd have bit them off.
Well, that's not that. Oh, no, you can't. No, that's like these retards that are claiming Hearts have got a shit squad just because they've started the season poor. Before a ball was kicked, everybody acknowledged Hearts had the third best squad. I don't know why people are denying that.
I think you're fucking losing the plot here. Hearts are pish. Got the worst squad in the league and they're 12th. How about those fucking apples?
I'm not biting.
Bite.
No.
Hook, line and sinker.
Nah, no catching me.
No catching me. Well, no one's catching.
Craig Levein. Will he end back up management? Who knows? Who'll get the St Johnstone job? Honestly, man, I'm thinking Ian Murray. I'm thinking.
He also broke his silence today.
Oh, he's broke his silence quite a few times. You know what? I'm actually beginning to lose a wee bit of respect for Ian Murray. It was unfortunate what happened. You didn't deserve it, but I think he's talking about it too much. It happened. Let it go, as they would say in Frozen. Let it go, let it go. You know, I mean, just do that. I mean,
that's plenty. Enough of that Frozen pish.
Maybe you should have froze your team when they died, mate.
Well, what do you want me to say about that?
I don't know.
That didn't work. That's plenty. I mean, that was pish. Froze your team.
Right. They don't go a date, they don't expire.
Don't belong in fucking Iceland with that patter. That's pish.
Right.
Alright.
Bit awkward, isn't it?
Silence broken. You could fucking cut it with a knife.
Anyway, Craig Levein, what a guy. Just please don't show back up at Hearts. That's all I've got to say.
Aye. No, please do. He's probably the only guy that can make things worse.
Imagine he'd replace Clement. I'd be buzzing.
I wouldn't be.
I'd be
buzzing like a bee with no wings.
The banter years would be well and truly back.
Oh, yeah, because they're not already
Craig
back.
Craig Levein might be a good option for Rangers. Means you'd have to play Dessers.
Aye.
Silver lining.
Aye. Till next time, silence broken.